This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, today we're going to discuss about the list. How to use a slicing in the list we're going to see. You know how to do a slicing. If I want to get the first item, I want to pass the index. If I pass some negative index, I can get the last value. If I give the start value and top value, I can get the element. I didn't get you. Yeah. Share the screen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In the now we're going to see about the slicing. How to slice a list, how to get a set of elements by using a start index and stop index, and how to reverse the list. These are things we're going to see in the slicing. Before going to slicing, I want to write few syntax for slicing. Just take on py file and that keep the name as slicing of list. Slicing of list. Now if I want to print the elements from the beginning, I have to use the syntaxes, use the square brackets, and then give colon, and then pass the index value. Example, in my list, I have around 10 numbers. Variable is called list underscore 1 equal to, for creating list, you have to use square brackets, 23, 45 something 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 and then 90 78 3 4 5 6 7 I have around 10 elements. If I want to iterate the elements from starting to 4, I have to pass the colon and index value. For 4, what is the index value? For 4, what's the index value? 0 1 2 3 4, and then I have to pass the index as 5. I have to pass like this. What I have to pass? Colon of 5. It is going to give the numbers as 23, 45, 1, 2, and then 3 it's going to give. Okay. And then if I you can give the negative index as well. You can give the negative index as well. What I can do, right? Colon and then pass the negative index. For example, I going to pass colon of -3. What elements will come? -1, -2, -3, right? This -3. From starting to 23 to 5, I'll get 23 to 5. Okay, because the start index I am not given anything. See here, before colon I am not given anything. This is start index. It will start with the 0 value actually. Start with the 0. 0 to -3. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up to 5 will come because the index are given as -3, -1, -2, -3. From 23 to 5 I will get. You can pass the positive index as well as you can pass a negative index. But before colon, I did not pass any index, it starts with 0 actually. Now, next thing I'm going to see, we are going to show colon. I'm going to pass to print the elements from a specific index till the end use. Till the end use I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass the start value is index value and then colon. For stop value, I didn't pass anything. It will take the entire length of the list. It will take entire length of the list. For example, I'm going to pass the length as 4 colon 4 colon enter value, enter length I'm going to pass. What are the values I'll get? This one is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my starting index, right? I'll get 3, 4, 5, 90, 78, and 7 I'll get. Because my start index is 4. From 4 to I want to get all the values up to end, up to the end. Next up, if I want to reverse, my list, what I can do? Double colon attribute -1. That's it. I want to reverse the list. 7 will come first, 78 will come second, third, 90, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 43, 23 will come in the reverse order. Like this, you can do the slicing. Now, I'm going to take one list. For that list, I'm going to do some slicing. Okay, I will take this list, it seems. Now, how to do? I'm going to keep the variables. Slice list equal to the variable name is list underscore 1. I'm going to get 3 colon 8. What are the values I get? Print slice elements in the range. Give the range of values because I given the start index as well as stop index range, and then just print as it is. Just give the variable name sliced. Let's I can run here it seems. Okay, it's running some other py file. Now we're getting the I need to get the range of value 3 to 8. It's going to give 2, 3, 4, 5 as well as 90 because the index are given as 3, right? Next thing I'm going to show, print the elements from here predefined point of view. Print the elements from predefined point of view. I'm going to show. Print the elements from here predefined point to end. Predefined point to end. I can do like this. Now I'm going to keep the same variable slice list equal to list underscore 1. I'm going to 5 colon up to the end value. It will start from 5 and then going to give the list of values up to end. And then just print session elements sliced from fifth index fifth index till the end, and then just print the slice list, and then you can run here. It's going to give from fifth index to till end is going to give. You're going to give 4, 90, 78 as well as 7 is going to give. Now next thing we're going to see how to print elements from beginning till end. How to print elements from beginning to till end. What I can do, I'm going to use the same variable list underscore 1. I have to use, I should not give any start value as well as, I should not give any start value as well as stop value I should not give. Okay, because it will take the default start value 0 and then n value will take the entire length. Okay, now print all elements using slice operation. Print all elements using slice operation, and then just print the sliced list, and then you can run and see. It's going to give all the elements in the list. Now we're going to see how to pass a negative index. How to pass a negative index using slicing. Negative index. I'm going to pass some negative index for a list using slicing techniques. Using slicing techniques. Now I need to I'm going to pass the negative index as -6. the stop value going to pass minus 6. It's going to give from 0 to minus 6 is going to give. Again, I'm going to use same variable. Just copy as it is. Just pass here as minus 6. If pass minus 6, what are the values will come? From 0 to minus 6. Minus 6 means you can put like this: minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, right? You will get 23, 45, 1 and 2 will get. Next thing, I'm going to little bit confusing. It's a little bit confusing for you. Next, I'm going to give some different examples. I'm going to pass minus 6 and then I'm going to pass some minus 1. What are the values you'll get? I'm going to pass minus 6 and minus 1. The start value will be minus 6. The stop value will be minus 1. Yeah, you can see it very, yeah, see here. Start value is minus 6. Minus 6 means minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Alright. Minus 6. Minus 6 to minus 1 is going to give. What it will give? 3, 4, 5, 90, 78. 3, 4, 5, 90 and 78. You can pass the positive index or you can pass the negative index, you can pass in the list. And then the last thing I'm going to show how to reverse. How to reverse the list. I'm going to use the same variable name. Just double colon of minus 1. It's going to reverse the entire list for you. Yeah, you can see, right? The entire elements got reversed: 7, 78, 90, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 45, 23. Okay, this is how you can go for the indexing. Next thing we are going to show what is a list comprehension. It's very, very important actually. List comprehension. Using list comprehension, we can create using we can create another list. Yeah, use for creating a new list for other iterables like tuples, strings, arrays, list. In the list comprehension, you can perform some manipulations as well. Some manipulations mostly used to create a new list. In that new list, if I want to perform any manipulation, I want to multiply with 2 or multiply with 3, I want to do the model operation, I can perform any mathematical operations using list comprehensions. And then you can use any iterables like tuples you can use, strings you can use, arrays you can use, as well as you can use list as well. The list comprehension, it contains like brackets. Inside the bracket we have one for loop, we have if condition. We'll check for the condition element by element. If the conditions get satisfied, then I'll perform the manipulations. If I want to perform modulo, I can perform modulo. Once the condition gets satisfied, I can able to do the some mathematical operations or some calculations I can perform in list comprehensions. Before going to theory, I'm going to write the syntax for you. I'm going to take a variable name of syntax equal to, for list comprehension, you have to use the square braces. What I'm going to do, from a list, I'm going to iterate the element one by one using for loop. The variable name is, I keep it as element. In, I'm going to give the old list. I have one old list. See here, I have one old list. From the old list, what I'm going to do? I'm going to iterate the elements one by one using for loop. I have some old list. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then 6. From old list, what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to iterate the elements one by one using the for loop. And then the syntax will be, see here, after iterating the elements one by one, You have to check for a condition. I going to check for condition. What condition I can take? I can check element divided by mod divided by 2 equal to 0. I can check odd number or even number. I can check any conditions. If number is greater than 0, see the condition is greater than 0 or less than 0 or equal to 2, double equal to 2. I can check for any conditions. I want to check the conditions. First, I want to iterate it one by one. After that, I want to check the conditions. Okay. After checking the conditions, what I going to do? I going to perform some expressions. I going to multiply or divide or modulo or any kind of arithmetic operations or manipulations I going to perform here. This is the actual syntax. I going to perform the expressions for each element in the list. Each element in the list. This is how list comprehension will work. List comprehension will work. For you, I'm going to show an example. What I'm going to do, I'm going to iterate the element one by one from the old list, and then I'm going to check for condition. If the element is divisible, if modulo, I'm saying modulo, if divisible by 2, then I'm going to multiply the element into 2. Then I'm going to multiply the element into 2. Have a syntax like this. Just keep some variable, list comprehension, apply syntax as it is. What do I have to apply first? First you have to write for loop and keep variable equal to EL. EL stands for element. In which list? Old list. Copy the variable name of the old list. Put here. And then what do I have to do? I have to check for a condition. What condition are you going to check? If x modulo, okay, equal to 0. If it is an even number, if it's even number, because see, not x, I should not do x. I want to keep it as EL. If the element means 1 is element, 2 is also element, 3 is also element. I'm going to iterate one by one element and check for condition. If it is divisible by 2 and give the remainder 0, then I going to perform expressions. What expression going to perform? I'm going to do the multiplication. You can see, or can go for any square root, can do anything. Okay, I'm going to perform squares now. What will happen now? I'll get the whichever number is even number, I'll get as 4, 16, and then 6 square will be 36 will be the output. 36 will be the output. I'm going to print the list comprehension variable. If you run this script, whichever number is divisible by 2, I'll get the remainder 0. That number will be multiplied, not multiplied, it's a square actually. It's a square. If you put double asterisk, it will be a square. On because 2 square will be 4, 4 square 16, 6 square will be 36. This is how you'll get the elements in the list comprehension. It's very powerful actually. Now, I can give some other examples for you. Okay, what I'm going to do, if the list comprehension is not there, how you can able to do these expressions? The standard way is that normally what we'll do, you'll write one for loop, take some variable, you have one range, in that you have to give the start value as a start value, start value and stop value. What I can give, 1 to 13 I'm giving, the range is 1 to 13. And then I have to write one if condition. If modulo of 2 equal to 0, then what I can do, I'm going to create an empty list. I'm going to create one empty list. How to create empty list? Put the square brackets. And then uh, in empty list, I want to add elements. Which function will you use? Append, right? Append will add the elements to the last. Now you can use append, and then what you can do? Y, it's a square actually. It's a y square. You want to make two asterisks and then make it square. Now, this is the traditional approach actually. This is the traditional approach you didn't follow. Once list comprehension came, everyone achieved in a single line. You can see right. In that what you can do, you can able to iterate and then check for condition, and then we are doing some expressions. You can do any kind of expression manipulations you can do. Now which one is best? When compared to the performance wise, list compression is better. List compression is better. Actually, this is going to be a traditional approach. Previous 2.6% version, they'll follow like this only. They'll create an empty list, and then they will try to iterate using for loop, and then they'll check for condition, and they will try to up and see. And they have to perform so many operations, right? They check for condition, and then they have to use up and this insert elements is last. Now what I'm going to do? I'm going to print the empty list. Now the empty list contains elements because I are using append function, right? Whichever odd number is there, sorry, whichever even number is there, that number will be squared. Can see right? 2 square 4, 4 square 16, 6 square 36, 8 square 64, 5 square will be not 5 square, 10 square, sorry, 10 square 100, and 12 square will be 144. Okay, this is how you want to do the list comprehension. See, in the list comprehension, there are so much complex things are there. You can, what you can do, right, the things I'll cover it later. Okay, you can use one list comprehension, another list comprehension. There are we can make this very very complex. Okay, as of now, understand these things. We see the complex part later. Now, next thing we're going to see. Okay, we're going to see the sets. I already said to you, list can contain the duplicate elements. If you want to iterate the list, you want to using index position, you want to iterate the list one by one elements at a time. A set, what happens, right? It cannot contain any duplicates, as well as it won't maintain sets won't maintain any insertion order. Even though you are giving duplicates to the sets, what will happen? It's going to remove the duplicates. That's why it's not maintaining any insertion order, because it's going to remove the elements right one by one. If you found any duplicates, it's going to remove the duplicates. That's why it's not maintaining any insertion order. And then sets view, what you can say, there are the n number of properties are there. Sets is an unordered collection of data types. Whatever seeing right, list, set, yeah, all are collections. Okay, set is an unordered collection of data types that is iteratable. We can able to iterate the sets, as well as it is mutable. Mutable means we can able to change the value in the sets. That's why it's called mutable. Mutable, and it is not containing any duplicates. As well as in the sets, you can't set the order. Set the order means this element should come first, this element comes again, like this. You can't able to set the order for the sets. It is undefined. You can say it's undefined, as well as you no need to set any order. Okay, because we're going to remove the duplicates, right? It won't maintain any insertion order. As well as the major advantage set when compared to list is uh, we can say it's highly optimized, as well as we can check whether the element is present or not. Like this, we can go for many conditions set, but at least we can't do all these things. Okay, that's why when compared to lists, it's very optimized. As well as we have some methods for checking whether the specified element is present in the list or not. We can do. Now I'm going to create one directory, new directory. In that I'm going to make the directory name as sets. Okay. Now I'm going to create a set, built-in set function. Actually, I'm going to create a set using built-in set function. creating a set. It's a iterable. It's a set is nothing but an iterable object, as well as you can play as a sequence, and then you can iterate the elements one by one at a time. Okay, and then you can use separators, comma separator for sets. You can use the separators, comma separator for sets. Now I'm going to create one set. The variable name is called set underscore new set. I'm going to make the name as new empty set. How to define empty set? We have a built-in function. Yeah, set you can do. Okay, this is how you have to create an empty set. I can give some print statement over here, and then initial like empty set or blank set, empty of blank set. We can say. Next thing we're going to see, and then we're going to print those variables in empty set. Yeah, can you able to see, right? This is actually empty set. Now, how to add a string in the set? We're going to see. It's very easy. Just take one variable str equal to. I'm going to add a string in the set. Like I'm going to keep some variable equal to set underscore one equal to set of str you can pass, and then I can go into print those elements. Okay, it's going to have the character based characters you can going to have. Okay, set contains sequence of characters. Because I pass a string, it's going to key. I'm not given any how to say, I'm not given any separator over here. That's why it's split into various characters. Various characters. If I give some string, it will split into various characters. Okay, this full character, see the entire character is having a set. It's having a set. If you see the brackets, butterfly brackets, you can say it's a set. In dictionary also you use the same brackets. In dictionary what we have? We have the key as well as values we have. If you are not seeing any key and values, you can say it's a set. Set contains butterfly brackets. Now I'm going to create a set with the use of list. Create a set with the use of list. Now I want to create a set with the help of list. Now I'm going to create one list. Like what I have to do? I have to use some brackets. Welcome, welcome, Java T point, and then Rust language, and then in that list we have some duplicates, right? We have some duplicates. What I have to do? If I pass in set, it will going to remove all the duplicates from the list. Now I'm going to take the variable set underscore to equal to. I go use set built-in function. In the built-in function, what I'm going to do? I'm going to pass the list. Now set is going to remove the duplicates. That's why I said it won't make any insertion order. You can see, right? Two rust are present. It removed the duplicates, giving only one rust in the set. And then one more thing I have to see. If you're seeing some butterfly brackets, you can say it's set. Now you can pass some multiple duplicate elements as well as you're going to remove the duplicates, as well as order of elements you can't change. In list you can see you can change the order of elements, but here you can't change the order of elements. As well as it's unchangeable, you can see. As well as you can think like that set will contains only same elements, same data types. But I am saying to you, set will hold mixture of elements. Mixture of elements means it can contain int, it can contain string, it can contain tuples. Set will contains mixture of items. That thing you're going to see now. I think we're going to see now. I'm going to take one variable. It's a mixed type of values. Mixed type of values. Array contains only similar data type, but the set contains mixed type of values. Now the variable I'm going to give set underscore 2 equal to, I want to create a set. I can use built-in function, or I can use butterfly brackets. Both defines a set only.
Okay.
I can use set, or I can use some butterfly brackets. It's also a set. Now in the set, what I can do, right? I'm going to have the mixture of elements, mixed type of values. Okay, it can hold. Wait, it can going to hold some string, Java, and then this also a string actually. Python. Well, 12 is a int actually, and then we have tuple. Tuple will come like a normal brackets. I'm going to have 5 comma 9. Now print those set underscore 2. Let's see what happens. Yeah, you can able to see, right? It contains mixed type of values. I can say it's a mixture actually. Python is a string, 5 comma 9 is a tuple, and then Java is a string, 12 comma that is a int value. Okay, that's why it contains a mixed use of values. And then yeah, what it can do, yeah, set. And then set also contains number as well, and then we're going to see how to add a elements in set. Add elements in set. In list, what are the methods you'll use for adding element list? What are the elements you'll use? You'll use the append function, right? We use the append function. For set, we have, yeah, for append we will append the elements in last, but in set we want to add one function called add method. If you want to add any elements in set, I want to use the add function, built-in function. And then the add function, you can able to add only one elements at a time. Only one at a time. For example, if I want to add multiple elements, what I can do, right? I can use some for loop. Using for loop, I can pass the index to my add method. I can able to add the multiple elements, not at the same time, but I can able to add only one time. Using loop, I can able to add entire elements. Okay, we're going to see what we're going to see, how to add elements in the set. How to add elements in the set. Now what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to create one empty set. For empty set, what you can do? You can put some butterfly brackets, or you can put some built-in functions. Set. And then what I'm going to do, right? Set underscore 3. I'm going to use add. I'm going to add some values, 34, and then like this you can add the elements one at a time. Okay, you might have question, can I add a tuple? Yeah, you can add a tuple instead. Add a tuple. See, Using add, I going to add tuple 56 comma 67. Add a tuple. This is how you can able to add the elements in the set. Now what I'm going to do, if I want to add all the elements one by one at a time, I can go for which loop? For loop. For index in range 0 comma, I'm going to add some numbers like 40. What I can do? Set underscore 3 add, let's pass the index value. Index value. After that, come out of the for loop. Come out of the for loop, just print underscore 3. You can able to see, right? 0 to 39 added, and then added tuple. Okay. And then added to the 56. Right? 56. You can add the tuple. You can able to add the int. I can add the int as well as you can add the string. Anything you can do. Okay, it's a mixed data types you can add. Now, how to update in the set? Uh, for example, I'm going to update. The update method will accept a list as well as it will accept the strings as well as you can use tuples to update your set. If I want to update my set, I can use list to update my sets as well as I can able to use a string to update as well as I can use a tuples as well as to update the sets. In this cases, if my list contains duplicates, if my tuple contains duplicate, what my set is going to do? It's going to remove the entire duplicates. That's why I'm going to pass the list or set or string or tuples. If I pass a string to my set, what contains? It will take each character by character. In character by character, if any duplicates are there, it's going to remove the duplicates. If I pass a string. If I pass a list, it's going to iterate the elements one by one. If any duplicates is there, it's going to remove the duplicates. Like this is going to happen. Now, what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to take the variable name as set4. I'm going to use update method right now. I'm going to use set underscore 5 equal to, I'm going to create one set. I'm going to use one list. In that list, I'm going to pass some value 56, 67, and then inside the list, what I'm going to do? I'm going to use a tuple like 67, 90. Now what will do? I have 56, 67, 57, 90 will have, and then I going to, update. Okay, and then I going to update. I going to use set underscore 5. I going to use update function. In the update function, I going to use one more list. Reduce the list. Let's see what happens now. Print off. Actually, this update method, it's not going to update actually. It's going to add the elements. That's what it's very important in sets. We can able to add a element, add a multiple elements in the set. You might be wondering how it's going to add. Let's see. Set underscore 5. You can able to see. Hold on a minute. Yeah, you can able to see 67, 10, 11, 10 and 11, and then tuple is 67, 90, 56. Using update statement, we can able to add the elements, add the multiple elements in set. Don't think like it's going to update. I'm not going to update. It's going to add the multiple elements in the list. But if I use add method, I can able to add only one element at a time, right? I can able to add only one element at a time. I want to pass the index and then I can able to add. If I want to add multiple elements, what I can do? I can pass another list. In that set, I can able to add the multiple element. That's the use of update function. Okay. If I want to iterate the elements one by one, what do we do? If I want to iterate elements one by one from the set, I want to iterate 67, 10, 11, like this. I want to iterate. What's your approach?
For
Yeah, you can use a for loop, and then you have to refer the index. From the for loop, you have to refer the index to the set, and then you can able to iterate elements one by one, one by one. Okay. Now, what I going to do, right? I going to do some for loop over here, and then for k. This time I'm going to click k for set underscore 5, and then what I can do? Print off. I'm going to pass k, and then I'm going to use a space. If you want to the next line, it print the same line. It seems. You have to see, right? 67, 70, 11, and tuple. So 90 came, 56 came actually. Okay. Now we can't say it's set actually. Now you can't say it's set. You can't able to see the any square brackets over here. You can't say it is a set. Now I want to check whether a particular element is present in the set or not. How will do? I want to check particular element. For example, I want to check 56% or not in the set. Simple. You can use in statement. You can use what you can use in statement.
in
In whether it's present or not. What I'm going to do, like keep double quotes 56 in set underscore 5. Hold a minute, let's check. Why it's giving false? 50% right. Wait. Because yeah, 56 is somewhat int value, right? Give 56. If you want to compare some string, what do I do? For example, like I'm making some string over here. Like you're making your name San. Your name is San. I want to check San is present in the set or not. What I can do? Double quotes. Use pause San. It's going to give true. San is present. If you want to print in the next line, you can use another print statement over here. Now, if I'm putting San, what boolean value is going to give? Because San is not present in the list.
false.
Sorry, not present set, right? It's going to give false. This is how you can check whether the elements is present in the set or not. And then we're going to see the last two more methods. How to remove the elements from the set. List how will remove? List how will remove? How to remove elements from the
Pop or remove.
pop or remove you can use, right? The same thing you can here, but there is one more method is coming over here. You can use remove and discard. I'm going to show the difference between remove and discard. We can use two functions. First, I'm going to use the remove function. Okay. In the remove function, it's going to remove the elements one by one at a time. For example, in the remove, I'm going to give 95. If the 95 is not present in the set, it is going to throw one exception called key error. Key error is going to throw because the particular key 95 is not present in the set. That's why it's throwing key error. Key error. It will throw key error and then the particular element is not present in the set. If I want to avoid this key error, I can go for the discard function. The discard function is going to do the same operation as like remove, but if the element is not present, if the key, what are the key are passing, right? 95, I'm passing the key. If the 95 key is not present, it won't throw any error. That is the difference between remove and discard. Remove, it's going to throw an error. If the element is not present in the set, it's going to throw an error, key error. Discard won't, not going to throw the error, but it's going to perform same operation. Now we're going to see how to remove, how to use a discard function. I'm going to create set underscore. You can use built-in method called set. Set is a constructor actually. I'm going to use, in set I'm going to use one more list. You can, in set you can pass list, you can pass string, you can pass tuples, you can, I'm going to use some 90,000 of 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 45, 67, 90, 66, 55, 22. Okay. The set what it contains? It contains it. It contains a list actually. Now I'm going to remove set underscore 6. Remove. I'm going to remove the 1 because I already said to you, remove is going to remove the elements one at a time. Now next we want to remove the last 22. What I can do? I want to pass a 22. Next, I'm going to remove 101. What will happen? San, remove 101. What will happen? It's going to throw an error.
Yes, it throws error.
That is called key error. That is called key error. I'm going to show. Yeah, you can see the top. What it's showing? Key error. This particular key is not present in this particular key is not present in this set. Okay, that's the use of remove removes the element one at a time. If it is not able to find the key, it's going to throw the error. Okay, as of now, what I'm going to do? I'm going to comment this thing. If you print this set, you can't able to see 1 and set underscore 6, right? Set underscore
Output. Yes.
6. You can't able to see the 1 and 1 and 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's coming correct only. Okay. Next we're going to see if I want to remove all the elements at a time, what will happen? If I want to remove all the elements at a time, in remove there's no option. For this, what you can do? You can go for loop.
Discard. Okay.
No. I want to remove all the elements using iterator. Using some iterator object, I have to use this for loop is some more iterator object. I'm going to iterate the elements one by one, and then I'm going to remove the elements one at a time. Okay. Now, what I can do, right? Actually, in the remove function, we want to pass the element value only. In the remove function, we want to pass the element value. Okay. Now, what I can do? Okay, I'll do this thing. Set underscore 7 equal to, I'm going to use this bracket and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5. Okay, now I'm going to use some range. Range what I can do, start as 1, stop as 5, as well as set underscore 7. If it is sequence, if your set is contains having sequence, then you can use the iterator object and then you can remove the elements. Right. Okay. Then you can pass the index, come out of the for loop, and then print set underscore 7. What happened? It's showing any error or not? Yeah. Wait. Hmm. Then only you can able to understand it's printing or not. Okay. I use Z6 here, right? That's why output is coming here. Yeah, you can see the output. Still, 5 is exist in the set. What I can do? I can pass 1 comma 6 or 0 comma 5. We want to remove all the elements in set. See, it's giving nothing. I removed all the elements in set. Actually, wait. I can try. Set. Okay, it's throwing some error. Okay, I want to pass a list, right? I want to pass here. See, directly can't pass elements. You have to pass on the list. That's it. Why it's throwing again error? Key at 0 because the key is not present because I pass 0, right? The index value coming is 0. Remove 0 will come. It's not present. Just make it as 1 comma 6 because why putting 6, right? It's going to give you n minus 1. N minus 1 means 5 will come. Then it's going to remove. See, I going to get the empty set, or you can say the blank set. I removed all the elements now. Final results will be empty set. Now, last thing we're going to see discard. Okay. Tomorrow we'll continue the set as well as string. Okay. Now, the last method we're going to see, last method and function we're going to see discard. For example, on discard, it's not going to throw any discard to remove the elements. Remove the elements in the set. Now I'm going to use set underscore 6. Set, what is set underscore 6? Set underscore 6 is, it contains 190, 100, this value is right. I'm going to use the set 6, it seems. Otherwise I can do one thing. I can copy as it is. Go here. Now set underscore 6 dot discard. In the discard, what I'm going to pass? I'm going to pass some 95. Should not throw any key error because this 95 is not present in the set. Okay, for our understanding, what I can do, I can assume some formatting. Then we will know the output is printing or not. Yeah, see, there's no output error because 95 key is not present. For example, if you want to remove the 90, using discard function, you can able to remove, and then just print set underscore 6. You can able to see it discarded the 90, it removed the 90 using discard function, and then it's going to print all the sets. If I want to discard 1000, what I can do? Just pass
Discard
1000.
Yes.
Discard 1000 you can pass. Okay, this is how you can use the to remove the elements. You can use remove or you can use discard. Discard won't throw any key error. As of now, we'll stop the session. Tomorrow we'll continue with the pop method and then two more functions are there. After that, we'll go for the strings.